Hello everyone, I'm Furlong Webster Jr. with MRC-TV, and I am out here at George Mason University. You may have heard that CNN has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration for taking Jim Acosta's White House credential. Now, some would say that Jim Acosta deserved to have his credential taken because he was being a jerk. Others would say that he was just doing his job as a journalist. So I'm out here at George Mason University to see what these students think about what took place.
Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN.
Did Jim Acosta cross the line when at that press conference?
I think he was pushing a little bit harder than he should have. While I understand the idea behind what he was doing was pushing to get an answer.
Those types of questions need to be asked. Like, those are questions that we need to be asking the president.
Usually the president gives him like a couple of questions apiece. Acosta's like continuing to ask questions after he says that was enough. Right. You don't think that's like toeing the line at all?
I don't think so. I think we all kind of know the dogged reporters, right? We know the reporters who will continue asking questions, who still push. That's the kind of idea behind the press, isn't it? Acosta he stood his ground. I didn't see any footage of him kind of acting out of line, so to speak, in the way the White House kind of pushes. I didn't see that happening. So it's interesting why his credentials were taken away for standing his ground and asking a simple question.
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
When can a reporter go too far?
Well, I guess in this scenario, if he had chucked the mic at someone's face, if it got physical, I guess if he got to a point where it was disrespectful, I guess. He kept saying, sir, he kept being respectful. He held on. The only thing that this man, I guess, did really wrong was holding on to the mic.
That's enough.
He wanted to keep talking, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's just they were in the wrong. They were not appropriate.
My question to that is, so do you think it's his responsibility to give up the mic when they are asking him to give up the mic? Like he's required to do that?
That question, if it was a regular, normal interaction where the person being questioned is answering the questions and the person answered the question, right, then I think he would have had to give up the mic at that moment. But the questions weren't answered.
Your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
Well, that's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood.
What Jim Acosta wasn't personal. It was just his job. And
you really don't think it was personal? Because it seems like there's some animosity there between the two.
Well, there was animosity. Of course he was angry. I would have been angry. But the reality is that it's his job. Whether he was angry or not, that's what he has to ask.
I think that an issue of respect has to be involved. As many as someone might not agree with the presidency or not, I still think that you have to honor the position and understand that you might not agree with it, but being there is a right. That right is given to you. However, it can be waived as this is a private area. If someone came in there and actually assaulted someone, like the whole claim being, then I think at that point, yes, you should definitely take away someone's rights for doing that.
So with Acosta's actions at the press conference, do you think he deserved to have them taken away?
Not at all. I don't think they should have taken his rights away for that. I think it's valid for CNN to sue.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President.
CNN filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration because they took Jim Acosta's White House credentials. What do you think of that?
It's interesting for me when I saw the lawsuit as well as when I saw the White House taking his credentials, because for a country based on freedom of speech and freedom of press, it's ridiculous how the White House is trying to dictate what type of questions are asked.
I think that the reason they did that was to get the adversarial opinions from Jim Acosta. I think they saw the opportunity to just get rid of the guy.
I think it's a very clear violation of the First Amendment. The main issue lies in that they took it without a good reason.
That's enough.
I think with CNN as a whole, that they are equally valid for being in the White House presenting news as anyone else is, whether Fox News or whatever media on that.
CNN has a bunch of other reporters they could send to the White House. Shouldn't they just do that?
I think it's more of a matter of principle at this point, where CNN has been just attacked for a long time, and as well as attacking on the White House for however they perceive that the presidency is going. But I think with CNN as a whole, I think using Jim Acosta as a almost as a pawn in this lawsuit, as saying that like it's a matter of principle as why we have to keep him there, as he's been doing this for a long time, and if we just put someone new there, then it seems that CNN is losing.
Okay. So it's a game then.
Almost.
You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN.
So as you see, folks, these students are on Jim Acosta and CNN's side. So let us know what you think in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs up anyway. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Out on the street for MRC-TV, I'm Ferlin Webster Jr.